Hey, what's up, everybody? The V Club here. The Villain Club is what I like to call it. All right, and that's what it's all about. It's about anything and everything. All right, and what does that mean? Anything and everything. Nothing's off the table. It's unscripted, on everything. I mean, it's just literally anything and everything. And just whatever comes to mind for this video today is what I bring every day. Alright, and so I wanted to talk about something funny that happened the other day, and I thought it was worth talking about here. Alright, and I think we should just get straight to it. Alright, so it's kind of right off of everything that's happened in the last couple of days with the Madison Square Garden rally with Trump, this whole thing with the panelists being banned off of CNN because he says that I hope your beeper doesn't go off. But if you really listen to the whole thing, it's like, I mean, he didn't threaten to kill the guy or anything like that. And, anything that they say, liberals and progressives and Democrats, anything they say, it's okay, right? Oh yeah, Trump is Hitler and it's a Nazi rally and all that stuff. But the minute you say something to them, then all of a sudden it's a threat. Oh, you're trying to say I should get killed? And it's like, he didn't say that. All he said was, I hope your beaver doesn't go off. All right, kind of like in a jokingly kind of way. And so, almost in a roasting kind of way to this guy here because he said he supports Palestinians, and it goes along the lines of what they were saying in the discussion about rhetoric, violent rhetoric, because they're trying to call Trump Hitler and Nazi rallies and all this other crap, which is stupid, and trying to make comparisons to old pictures and what it looked like. And come on, like, did Trump kill a mass killings of Jewish people, mass extermination of Jewish people? Did he have this rally of all these white people and all that? No. I mean, it's a diverse crowd of people, and they're here to support an upcoming president for the second term, and it's about America, right? And so, what's so bad about America, right? It's the Democrats, the liberals, the progressives who are so anti-American. It's like they're anti anything that has to do with patriotism in America. But anyhow, it all kind of goes hand in hand to each other, with each other. And so I wanted to talk about this here. All right, so the other day, let me try to get to this over here. There we go. So this was what happened the other day, alright? I'm going to use WAFB News here. I mean, I might check in a couple of these other ones here, but Biden suggests Trump supporters are garbage. Let's hear what that was said here. And by the way, while Kamala was holding her rally to really just justify and solidify her position into running for president, like the final speech going into the weekend before the upcoming voting for election officially on November 5th, Biden decides to do a Zoom call while that's happening in progress to talk to the Latino audience. And so let's see what happens here. Here we go, here we go. All right.
Peddling tonight after it appears President Biden called nearly half of the country, more specifically Trump supporters, garbage. The president was speaking during a Get Out the Vote Zoom call tonight and was commenting on the controversial campaign from Trump, the rally that happened over the weekend. The White House's official transcript now adds an apostrophe.
Oh, they didn't even let him say it. I thought this news was going to let him say it.
To try and clarify the president's words, but even prominent Democrats are saying the president was wrong here. So here's the tape. You be the judge.
There we go.
And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American. It's
just moments ago.
I don't know. It sounds like Biden was trying to, really attack Trump.
President Biden or someone on his team trying to clear up the comments posted on Twitter or X says the word garbage was the only word he could think of to describe what he says was the hateful rhetoric about Puerto Rico spewed by Trump's supporter at the rally. He goes on to say his demonization of Latinos is unconscionable. He says that's all he meant to say. A lot of folks aren't buying it tonight. There'll be plenty more on this tomorrow.
Not buying it. Nope. You could tell by the tone, by the use of words. He says straight up, that's what was said. So let's look at this right here. All right, let's take a look at this one over here.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jesse Waters, along with Judge Janine Pirro, Harold Ford Jr., Dana Perino, and Tyrus. It's 5 o'clock in New York City, and this is The Five. Donald Trump lacing into Joe Biden for calling half the country garbage. America's bumbling commander-in-chief stepping all over Kamala's big closing argument night. So picture this. While VP Harris was outside on the ellipse giving her big speech, Joe Biden was inside the White House right behind her on a Zoom call with Latinos and giving Hillary's deplorables a run for its money by smearing millions of Trump supporters. Feast your eyes on this.
And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American.
I don't know. It sounds like to me he's talking about Trump and his supporters. I don't know how you could spin that, but obviously damage control, they're going to try to spin it, and that's exactly what they tried to do by putting in an apostrophe that he was trying to. I don't know, this is stupid, and there's nothing to take out of context except them trying to change the context of what he was saying. So there's a difference, right? That whole thing with that conservative who said, I hope your beeper doesn't go off, right, was taken out of context when the guy says, oh, so you're trying to say that I should be killed, right? And it's like, no, because he didn't say that. Here, he said the words, and then they try to change what he said by putting an apostrophe, and you could tell that that's exactly what he said and who he meant it for. But damage control they were trying to do, and too bad, so sad. All right, we know what he was saying. He's Biden, all right?
Joe Biden knew he stepped on a rake, desperately posting on X to put out the political fire, saying that he was referring to a comic act at Trump's MSG rally. But the damage was done, and Kamala's running away faster than me when I make Tyrus mad.
First of all, he clarified his comments, but let me be clear, I strongly disagree with any criticism of people based on who they vote for.
Do you sympathise with any voters who do feel offended by or insulted by the garbage company?
I am sincere in what I mean. when elected president of the United States, I will represent all Americans, including those who don't vote for me.
So you know it's funny how they never sympathize for people. They never are apologetic. None of that stuff, right?
And Donald Trump sticking up.
And then, especially when Kamala spins it by saying that, oh, well, I will always support everybody. It doesn't matter who you vote for. It's like, well, that's not the question that was asked. So, you know, it's just kind of funny, you know, just saying.
Up for half the country, Biden thinks is trash.
Joe Biden's comments were the direct result of Kamala's and Tim Walz, you know who that is? His decision to portray everyone who isn't voting for them as evil or subhuman. Frankly, they've treated you like garbage. You know what? The truth is they've treated our whole country like garbage, whether they meant to or not, because they're grossly incompetent people, and they've destroyed our country. That makes deplorable look like baby stuff, right? You know what's worse than anything? Garbage. We're garbage. We're garbage.
And to really troll on Biden and Harris, check out this right here. This is funny shit right here. All right, let me pull this up. Talk about some funny shit,
Joe
right?
Biden shocked the world and possibly cost Kamala Harris the presidency with a brash comment labeling Trump supporters garbage during a CNN interview.
The Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization is seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American.
But Donald Trump wasn't going to let the scandal go to waste. The presidential hopeful seized on the opportunity to highlight just how much of a misstep Biden's comment was by drawing more attention to the gaffe. A garbage truck with Trump signage and American flags all over it pulled up to meet Donald Trump on the tarmac in Wisconsin.
You gotta love this.
Hello, everybody. This is Donald Trump, and 250 million people are not garbage.
Trump then donned high vis and got in the truck, conducting a press conference from inside while being driven around.
Is answering some questions from reporters.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
It's really a disgrace.
You gotta love
It was
this.
a genius PR move and the perfect antidote to the inconsiderate comment by Joe Biden. And it seems the garbage theme has taken over the whole of the Republican Party, with Vivek Ramaswamy hopping on the bandwagon
Look at this.
and also trying his hand at
You gotta love
sanitation
this.
work.
All right. Let's do it, man. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah. Tell me, what are we doing here?
Right up to the lift.
Okay. Right up to here.
You gotta love this because you know what they did was this is perfect because this is something I would do, man. Like I would, if you know people that know me, right? I would take that and spin it this way too, man. Hey, you call me garbage? Let me show you what a garbage man does. I'll take out the garbage, all right. I'll take out all the garbage that you guys are, right? Democrat is garbage, and this is a great way to spin it and troll them back.
Up, around.
You gotta love this. It's funny shit.
Always lift the lid.
I didn't know
Is it on?
Vivek did this here.
All right, sweet. Lift open, and then what are we doing?
Pull them both out.
Pull them both out. You doing it right? Pull this one back too, or you good? Sweet. Pretty good machinery, actually. It kind of works. Should I pull it back again?
Now just pull. This goes up.
Should I pull it?
Yeah, pull it out.
Pull it out?
Push it in and it'll come back out.
All right, man. Let's do it. Thank you. Looks pretty good. Yes. The machinery's good. It's good machinery. I mean, it's like.
You didn't even have to use the bat once.
No, I know exactly. Well, sometimes you might need to, actually.
Just in case.
It's a. The machine works really well, man. All right, let's get some more.
You're gonna love this.
Social media commentators were shocked and amazed at the stunt, with this commentator saying, "This man is taking questions from the press in a garbage truck. Yes, for real. This is better than McDonald's." And Fox News contributor Guy Benson simply said, "Next level trolling."
Heck yeah.
Trump's
This is
trolling
exactly
comes
what I
after
would do.
Joe Biden's garbage comments, which single-handedly offended half of the country in one foul swoop. Sky News host Peter Stefanovic says the Democrats are in damage control after the
Heck
gap.
yeah.
It's good to have your company on this Thursday morning, folks. Thank you so
Damage
much
control.
for joining us. We are reporting live
he
from
meant the
Phoenix
apostrophe.
in Arizona
He wasn't
this
meaning
morning.
towards Trump and the
Well,
people.
it was supposed
Get
to
outta
be
here with that
a
shit.
big moment for Kamala Harris as she made her final pitch to voters last night.
And the fact that someone disagrees with us does not make them the enemy within.
That's right.
They are family, neighbors, classmates, co-workers. They are fellow Americans.
It was a big moment until it was
She's
undone
garbage.
by this comment by her old boss.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of seen as unconscionable.
Right?
And it's
Sounds like it to
un-American.
me.
Shades of Hillary's deplorables there, a big problem, and the Democrats knew it, so they moved to try and hose it down quickly. First of all, with a clarifier from the US President Joe Biden, who said on X last night, "Earlier today, I referred to the hateful
See,
rhetoric about
he wouldn't
Puerto
have done
Rico
this
spewed by Trump's
if he
supporter
knew
at his
he
Madison
didn't
Square
say something
Garden
wrong.
rally as garbage."
So he knew he said something wrong. That's why he came out with this statement, or else he wouldn't have done this.
Which is the only word I can think of to describe it. His demonization of Latinos is unconscionable. That's all I meant to say. The comments at that rally don't reflect who we are as a nation.
Oh yeah, you still call them, Hitler, and it's a Nazi rally, right? But anyhow, imagine if he was still trying to run for re-election, and you had 4 more years of this guy. How bad things would be, and how much of a I guess you could say a capsule he would just be, because he's really just falling apart day to day. I mean, let's just hope he makes it till the end of his presidency, because he's just a mess.
Kamala Harris then tried to double
Bumbling
down and
words and all that
support her
stuff.
old boss when she was asked about it at the airport this morning.
Let me be clear, I strongly disagree with
You
any
strongly disagree.
criticism
Yes.
of people based on who they vote for. It's
All right, so we know what they said. All right, so let me go back to here.
Dana P., from a public relations perspective, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is this?
I think it's really bad, and 1 to 10. It sort of depends on how you decide to play it. So,
It's bad, all right? For Democrats, it's bad. For Kamala, it's bad, all right? You can't spin it any other way, all right? It seems like, on the backside of things, Biden has been hurting Kamala, whether he's doing it purposely or not. It's just kind of funny how he's doing these things kind of underhandedly while Kamala's doing other things, and she tries to distance herself from anything to do with Biden, with, we're turning the page and doing all this other crap. But having her is going to be an extension of the Biden presidency, because obviously they're the same party. She is running off of his presidency. So what sort of change will there be? Are there going to be drastic changes? No, of course not. It's going to be still the same stuff, but now she's going to either, turn up the juice, right? Because she says she's going to try to put in that bipartisan plan into law. She's going to do all kinds of bullshit with all these different handouts. I mean, we are in serious trouble if she wins. And so I'm just saying that you got to really seriously think about what you got here, And, what you had with Biden and what you got with Kamala, it's a recipe for disaster. And we've already been seeing it, and you want to keep seeing more of it? All right, well then get ready for more pain then, all right, because you asked for it. But anyhow, I just thought it was a brilliant move, though. Brilliant PR stunt. I don't think there was anything wrong with what happened there. It was a great move. Just as good as the McDonald's thing, because the McDonald's thing definitely trolled Kamala for her fake, there was like a fake picture out there trying to say that this was her wearing the uniform during the time, but it was just a picture that was altered from a white girl, and that wasn't even really her. You know what I'm saying? They altered the picture of a white girl and posted her face on it, and it's like, you almost got away with it, but no. All right. And Kamala's never worked at McDonald's, all right, because she could as easily put it out there and prove it, but she's not proving it. She's never worked at McDonald's. She tries to talk like she comes from the middle class. She keeps repeating it, regurgitating it all the time. I come from the middle class. I have done this with my mom and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it's tired. Everything she does, she repeats the same thing over and over and over and over again. And it's just tired bullshit. She got no stories. All right. She makes up lies about all kinds of shit, just like Tim Walz. And then you're telling me that you want her to be president? She's lucky she's even made it this far. And if they really ran a primary, which is what you're supposed to do in terms of if you're trying to be a democracy, right, and not just be handed it to you, when she says that, I want people to vote for me, fair and square and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bitch, you got propped up to it. You didn't even make it with a single vote through the primary. You got propped up by the, what do you call it? The deep state, all right? The machine. And hopefully people's had enough of this bullshit, all right? But love it, all right? It was a genius move by Trump once again. He'll troll the shit out of you. It doesn't matter who it is. He will troll the shit out of anybody. All right. And so that's what we got going on. And by the way, all right, even JD Vance is or has done a what do you call it? A Joe Rogan podcast. All right. And we should check that out. Hey, you know what? Let me just take a sneak preview of that right here. Like, even Kamala was bullshitting about her little stipulations, tried to make it so that, Joe Rogan said no, but Joe Rogan said, hey, you know what? Come to my studio, all right? Don't try to make it look like, I didn't come out to meet you. We don't do that. You come to meet me, all right? So let's see if we could pull up a little preview of that. Let's see, where is it at? Right here?
JD Vance sat down to record a 4-hour podcast episode with Joe Rogan today. The VP was asked about it during a rally where he couldn't help but take a swipe at Kamala Harris.
We're thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled to be in Pennsylvania. We actually recorded an episode of Joe Rogan this morning, so we started out in Austin, Texas. And we're closing out.
How long was it, JD? How long were you in Rogan?
Almost 4 hours. Almost 4 hours. So I've officially done more interview time than Kamala Harris has the entire campaign just today. So
Vance's podcast comes after Kamala Harris was slammed after Joe Rogan revealed her team made demands before the interview could take place, which he rejected.
I heard you might have needed to cancel on us to get Kamala Harris on.
I was not going to do that. I would have had to. I knew you guys flew from England, and I wasn't going to cancel on you because she had an opportunity to come in. You could look at this and you say, oh, you're being a diva. But she had an opportunity to come here when she was in Texas, and I literally gave them an open invitation. I said, anytime. I said, if she's done at 10 o'clock, we'll come back here at 10 o'clock. I go, I'll do it at 9 in the morning. I'll do it at 10 p.m. I'll do it at midnight.
Yeah, but I think this idea that you're being a diva is silly because you're offering her the opportunity to do exactly what the other candidate did, right?
Well, she actually reached out when she found out that he was coming on. So their camp reached out to me. So I said, great, I would love to talk to her. But it was very difficult to tie it down, and they wanted to travel. And see, the thing is, like, you can't, if I go somewhere, then there's going to be other people in the room. And they want to control a lot of things, I'm sure, according to the Brett Breyer interview on Fox. Like, people were waving them off. That's a distraction. People in the room, like, my whole goal with her and with him was just talk. Just have a conversation like a human being.
Just like that, right on the table.
You find out things about people. You get a sense of them, at least, a real sense. That was it. I don't give a fuck what we talk about. I really don't. I just want to talk to you.
The revelation attracted criticism from social media, with this commentator saying, if Kamala can't even handle 20 minutes with Brett Baer, she wouldn't be able to hang with Joe for
No
3
way.
whole
There
hours.
was no way she would do
Donald
3
Trump
hours.
also took a swipe at Kamala's ability to get through a lengthy and unscripted podcast during his own Joe Rogan interview that was released mere days ago.
Can you imagine Kamala doing this show?
I could imagine her doing this show.
She'd be laying on the floor.
She was supposed to do it, and she might still do it, and I hope she does.
She's not going to.
I will talk to her like a human being. I will try to have a conversation with her. If she did this kind of an interview with you, I hope she does, because it would be a mess. She'd be laying on the floor comatose. You'd be saying, call in the medics.
JD Vance's swipe at revelations of Democratic camp demands come as Kamala Harris is struggling through her worst week yet on the campaign trail, following Joe Biden's latest gaffe that has put half the nation offside.
All right, good stuff
says
there.
Sky News host.
There we go. Good stuff. All right. So we all know what happened. Brilliant Trump troll move. All right. Twice now. McDonald's and now the garbage truck. All right. I would have taken it a line further. Hey, you know what? I'm here to take out the garbage, and that's the Biden-Kamala presidency and or administration. And I'm going to clean up this mess. All right. That's what I would have been saying if I was Trump. But hey, you know what? He kept it cool. And even Vivek got in on the act, all right? And then on top of that, J.D. Vance, all right, even interviewed or had a conversation with Joe Rogan's podcast. So that's even one up in Kamala on that. And Kamala had the audacity to have demands and all that stuff, and probably only want to meet for like 20 minutes, just like she did in the Brett Baer interview, the 60-minute interview, the CNN interview, and all this other crap. Get out of here, man. She's garbage, all right? Can't you guys figure that out? She's just terrible at everything, even policy, right? They're going to keep harping on abortion. But abortion issues should be settled. It's just a state-by-state case. That's it. Plain and simple. You don't need to make it bigger than what it really is, because it isn't really as big as you make it want it to be. It's not outlawed. It's here. You can use it if you need to. We got bigger fish to fry, all right? We got to worry about the economy with the inflation. We got to worry about wars around the world. We got to worry about just everything else, but not abortion. All right? Abortion, we can get it anytime. So that's the latest on everything. Let me know what you think. Comment down below, and I'm always up for anything and everything, like I always say. And other than that, I'll see you next one.